And welcome back, everybody. As the Day of the Dead rapidly approaches, a psychic therapist, Vincent Genna, is gearing up for what promises to be a frightful Hallows Eve. Vincent is joining me right now live to talk about the other side. Vincent, first of all, it's so good to see you again. I don't know if you remember, but we chatted in May together and had a wonderful conversation.
Amber,
it's so good to see you.
Of course I remember. I'm psychic.
Yeah, well, that's right. I mean, that's what you do. Okay, so we should point out, you take the other side. This is very serious business. So I want to know, what are the signs that someone from the other side is trying to communicate with you? What do we need to look out for?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, a lot of texts from iPhones and stuff like that. I don't know. Well, you know what, Amber? They try to communicate with us in all different ways. And it's mostly in ways that you can accept, the loved one can accept. So you may see birds around a lot. That's what a lot of people say, particularly males' fathers or husbands, spouses, partners. They like to send the cardinals. I guess that's a little bit more masculine than setting the butterflies. Moms and grandmoms, they like to send the butterflies. Now, I just want everybody to know that the spirit is not in the butterfly or the bird. The spirit is sending and is right there because they can manipulate that energy. A lot of people wind up finding coins in special places, and the coins mean something because maybe that person was a coin collector, right? And had one of those jars and put all his change or her change in the jar there. So it's always meaningful to the person who's receiving the message. A lot of whispers, a lot of songs, special songs come on. And a lot of times that happens just when you're thinking about the person. So the thinking about the person isn't causing what you're seeing. It's the fact that the spirit is there, which is then making you think about him or her, and then the sign can come along. But if you're open to them, they send all sorts of signs.
Well, if you're open to them, I think that's a big thing. And I know that you are big, Vincent, and tuning into our own psychic abilities, right? Is that a thing? I mean, is this, some people have it, some people don't, but can we kind of pick up on our own abilities somewhere? How does that work?
Amber, we wouldn't be surviving. We wouldn't be over 11,000 years old as a species if we didn't have intuition. It's more known in the mainstream world as intuition, but that is the exact same thing as a psychic ability. And yes, everyone has it. It's the most important guidance system that we have. The two greatest gifts humans have are intuition and intellect. And the intellect is supposed to be used to define and label what you're feeling in your intuition. But a lot of times that intellect gets in the way and it wants to block or talk yourself out of that intuitive feeling. But that inner voice, a lot of people have that inner voice or an inner knowing or even a vision in your mind's eye. That's all that psychic ability. And the more you're open to it and the more you clean out your emotional closet, you're going to open yourself up to that ability, and it'll get stronger and stronger and stronger. And you've got to honor that inner voice no matter what it says, because then it'll get strong on you and you can depend on it.
Okay, Vincent, we have 1 minute. I have two questions for you. Do spirits attend their own funerals?
Oh, my gosh, yes, they do. And if it better not be a good one, I'll haunt the heck out of you. At least 400 to 500 people at my funeral. No, yes, they do, because they want to know. Every human wants to know that they're remembered. So, yes.
That's so true. Okay, and secondly, last time I talked to you, I ended our interview with, is there anybody around me? Is there anything I need to know? Do you have any messages? So I'm tossing that question back to you again. Before I leave you, anything else?
Let me tell you something, Amber. There is always loving spirits around you. You have a special grandmother who loves watching over you, and the other relatives always wind up being behind. And unfortunately, as each one passes between the time that we have spoken, they do gather there. They do come and watch over you, and they love to know that you keep going in this forward direction with great dreams, because they want you to keep expanding as much as you do. They know you're special. You keep believing that you're special. Read my book, and that will help you really open up to your specialness and your dream.
Where can we find out more from you? Where can we find your book as well, Vincent?
All you do is go to my website at vincentgenna.com, and that's with a Genna, and the book you can connect with there, or on Amazon, The Secret That's Holding You Back.
Holding you back. Follow this guy on social, too. Always so much good stuff. Vincent Genna, a pleasure, as always. Thank you so much for taking the time. And also, I love your background behind you. That looks super cool.
Thank you. Remember, this time of season, ghouls just want to have fun.
That sounds like a Randy joke, George. Thank you so much, Vincent.
That was definite dad humor we just had there.